Hello dear students, today we are going to begin lesson number 5, articles. Today we will come to know the usage of these three articles that we have: a, oblique, and oblique the. So these are the three articles that we are going to learn today. So you can see this article is divided into two. First one is a definite, indefinite article. The other one is definite article. And under the indefinite, you can see two words that I have written: a oblique n. The other side you can see the. So why do we use a oblique n? Why do we use all these things? These two, a or n, are called indefinite articles because they don't point out any particular person or thing. So just because of these reasons, okay, these two words do not point out any particular person or thing. Just like, okay, when we say book, if we say book, it can be any book. Okay, here also, there also, okay, there are quite many books. So before the word book, we will write a. When we say a girl, okay, here also the same. Okay, when we say a girl, a girl. So they are not, these words are not pointing out any particular person or thing. Just remember that. And the other side, the, is called the definite article because it points to some particular person or thing. Because it points some particular person or thing. Just like, okay, the boy. The boy of whom we are speaking or who is known, like the girl, or we can say the air, the grass. So why do we say, when we say the boy, that means the boy of whom we are speaking or who is known, the person who is known to us beforehand. So these are some usage, please remember. Now we will talk about the usage of a, where to use a, where to use n, all these things we are going to see now. A is used before where, I'll just say the first one, before a consonant. Consonants. So before a consonant, what do we use? We use a. I hope you know consonants. So except a, e, I, o, u, a, e, I, o, u, in all the other places, okay, we are supposed to write a. So except a, e, I, o, u, the rest are known as consonant. So before a consonant, we will write like a boy. When I say the word boy, a boy. Then if I say the next word, a word. If I say girl, okay, it's also a girl. If I say a pen, here also, okay, a pen. So all the first letter, you can see the first letter of every word is a consonant, and therefore we place a before it. Next we have such vowels that have the sound of u. Such vowels that have the sounds of u. Like we say, we might either say like consonantal sounds. Right? Consonantal sounds. This can be said in other words as well, as I've just said. Such vowels, like some vowels that have the sounds of u. Just like an example, useful, then u, then uniform, university. Then we can say European. See, though these words, you can see the first letter of every word is a vowel. Yet we are going to place A before it. Just because of what? Just because of the sounds U. So all these words, okay, when you pronounce all these words, it sounds like U. So pronunciations also depends a lot. So that's why I have written the consonantal sounds. Just remember that. So useful, A useful, U. This is AU. Uniform, all these places A. Just because of its sound. So all these, when you pronounce these words, starts or the pronunciations is like U, and therefore we place A before it. So this is the second rule you must remember. One more is there, when this O, when it sounds like W. O sounds like W. Number 3, O sounds like W. Just like when I say the words, okay, such words like one, and then we have a 1 rupee coin or 1 rupee note. 1 rupee note. So here also you see, when the words, when you pronounce these words, if it sounds like W or wa, just remember, okay, these words, wa, then you will place A before it. Just remember. One, wa, one, okay, here also 1 rupee note. So the two things I have told you from here, that pronunciations, the first one was U and the second one is wa. So if these two pronunciation is there, then definitely you are going to place A before the words. I hope it is clear to you. Now we will move on to the next one. N is used before a vowel. So before the vowel, any words that starts with a vowel, we use A before, N before it. Just like I, okay, like elephant. Okay, then we have ox. So in all these places, we will be placing N before it. Remember this one. So any words that starts with a vowel, okay, any words that starts with a vowel, we place N before them. So that is the first rule. Let us move on to the next one. A consonant beginning with a vowel sounds. A consonant, like the word is a consonant, beginning with a vowel sounds. Just remember, second rule, a consonant beginning with a vowel sound, beginning with a vowel sound. Just remember, a consonant beginning with a vowel sound. So we can see some example, just like M-A, M-A, okay, M-A, M-A. Here also we are going to place M-A. Then next we have, okay, when do we write, okay, M-D. When we write the other one, okay, when the first letter is silent, air, then hour, then we can write, okay, honest. So these are few examples, okay, you see M, M-A, M-A. So this M is a combination of two letters, E plus M is equal to M, isn't it? So the first letter is E, therefore we write here N-M-A. Here also the same, N-M-A. Here you see in these three words that I have written, we don't say hour, right? We don't say hour, H-O-U-R, hour. Instead we say hour. So the first letter remains silent. So we'll write N, here also N, here also N. So just remember this kind of rules. So if you remember these two rules, okay, which I have already discussed with you, it will be easier for you. we'll talk about the is used before. This the is used before. This rule is already given in our book. We can see there are quite many rules. Okay, we can see a noun that has been mentioned earlier. A noun that has been mentioned earlier before the names of the rivers, oceans, seas, bays, the gulf, the names of mountains, island, the island chains, specific geographical spots. Then the name of famous buildings. Then we can see ships, planes, aeroplane, etc. Then people from the same country. Then superlatives. So before all these, we place the. So let's see one by one. Though I have already told you once, that is used before the names of the river. So before the names of the rivers. Okay. Before the names of the rivers, any rivers like we have Ganga. So before that also we will place the seas also before the sea. Here it is seas. Then we have mountains. All the mountains before the names of mountains. Just remember all this. So this is the first rule. We'll move on to the second one. Here it says, nouns to point out a person or a thing known or already referred to. Sometime, when we talk about a noun that has been mentioned earlier, that is known to us. So a noun that has been mentioned earlier, a noun that has been mentioned earlier. So we know the speaker, isn't it? The person is known. Maybe the thing is known to us. Next one, the superlative. Before the superlative also, superlatives. Superlative, isn't it? The superlative that of degrees, when we were doing positive comparative and the superlative. So before the superlative, we use. Just like he is the best of them. He is the best of them. So he is the best boy. So with the comparatives, now next one you see as contrast. As contrast also we do that time. As contrast. I'm writing as contrast. Contrast. He is the cleverer of the two boys. He is the cleverer of the two boys. So this is a contrast, you can see. Then we write a national name with a plural notion to denote a people collectively. Without the such a noun indicates the language of the people, like the English. The English, the French, all these things. So dear students, the rules which are already there in our book, these things you are going to write in the book. So all the rules that you have from page number 35, please write them in the book. So some examples also if you want, one or two examples you can write. And the things which I have already mentioned, the usage of a is used before certain words that I have already told you. Then and also I have told. Then we have the last one, that is used before all this, the names of the rivers, seas, mountains. And then the second one, nouns that has been mentioned earlier before the superlatives as contrasts. That also I have told you. And some of the rules which are there at page number 35, please do them. So we are going to see only this today, and on the next day we will be discussing the exercise. Thank you so much.